In today's video, we'll uncover the top 5 mistakes English learners make and, more importantly, how to avoid them. These are mistakes even advanced learners struggle with, but by the end of this video, you'll know how to turn them into your biggest strengths. Ready to take your English to the next level? Let's dive in. Number 1. Focusing too much on grammar. Grammar is often seen as the backbone of any language. Many learners believe that mastering grammar will make their English perfect. But focusing too much on grammar can actually hurt your fluency. Why? Because it causes you to overthink every sentence. For example, you might spend minutes debating whether to use "I have gone" or "I went." This hesitation interrupts natural communication. Instead of trying to memorize every grammar rule, focus on using simple, correct sentences. Remember, communication is more important than perfection. When native speakers talk, they don't consciously think about grammar. They rely on intuition built through practice. You can develop this same skill by exposing yourself to English regularly. Listen to podcasts, watch videos, and read books. Over time, you'll absorb grammar naturally. It's also helpful to review only 1 or 2 grammar rules at a time. Practice them in conversations or writing exercises. For example, if you're learning past tense verbs, focus on telling short stories about your day. This makes grammar feel less overwhelming. Number 2. Waiting to speak until you feel ready. Many English learners avoid speaking because they feel they aren't ready. They think, "I'll speak once I know more vocabulary," or "I'll start when my grammar improves." This mindset is a major roadblock to fluency. The truth is, you'll never feel 100% ready. Language is a skill you learn by doing, not by preparing endlessly. Even if you only know a few words, start using them in conversation. The more you practice speaking, the more confident you'll become. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. In fact, making mistakes helps you improve faster. For instance, if you say something wrong, a teacher or friend might correct you. This correction sticks in your memory and helps you avoid the same mistake in the future. You can start small by talking to yourself in English. Describe your surroundings, narrate your daily activities, or practice phrases you've learned. Gradually, challenge yourself to join English-speaking groups or have conversations with friends. Remember, fluency doesn't mean perfect grammar or an extensive vocabulary. It's about expressing yourself clearly and naturally. By speaking more, you'll achieve this faster than you think. Number 3. Staying in your comfort zone. Do you always use the same learning methods? Maybe you watch the same type of TV shows, read the same style of books, or use the same app every day. While repetition is useful, sticking to familiar materials can limit your progress. Learning happens when your brain is challenged. For example, if you've only practiced casual conversations, try discussing formal topics like business or science. This exposes you to new vocabulary and sentence structures. Stepping out of your comfort zone might feel intimidating, but it's essential for growth. Try exploring different types of English content. Watch documentaries, listen to podcasts, or read articles on topics you've never studied before. Each new challenge builds your language skills. Even in everyday life, you can push yourself. If you're shopping, try reading product labels in English. If you're online, leave comments in English on videos or forums. These small actions make a big difference over time. Number 4. Translating everything from your native language. Translating word for word is a common habit among English learners. It's easy to think, "I'll translate this sentence in my head, then say it in English." But this process makes communication slow and unnatural. Languages don't always match perfectly. For instance, idioms or expressions in your native language might not exist in English. Trying to translate them can lead to confusion. Instead, focus on thinking directly in English. Start small by using English for simple thoughts. Gradually, you can build on this foundation and form more complex thoughts. Another useful strategy is learning phrases instead of single words. Phrases like, "I'm looking forward to it," or, "That's a good idea," can be used without translation. Practice these phrases in real-life situations to make them feel natural. Thinking in English might feel difficult at first, but it gets easier with practice. The more you expose yourself to the language, the faster your brain adapts. Number 5. Ignoring pronunciation. Many learners focus on vocabulary and grammar but neglect pronunciation. However, pronunciation is key to being understood. Even if your grammar is perfect, poor pronunciation can confuse listeners. Improving pronunciation doesn't mean sounding like a native speaker. It's about speaking clearly so others understand you. Start by focusing on common problem areas, like vowel sounds or word stress. Listening is a powerful tool for improving pronunciation. Pay attention to how native speakers pronounce words. Mimic their intonation, rhythm, and stress patterns. You can practice by repeating phrases from movies or podcasts. Using tools like online videos or language apps can also help. Record yourself speaking and compare it to native speakers. Over time, you'll notice improvements in your clarity and confidence. These 5 mistakes, over-focusing on grammar, avoiding speaking, staying in your comfort zone, translating too much, and neglecting pronunciation, are common but avoidable. The key to overcoming them is consistent practice and a willingness to make mistakes. Learning English is a journey, not a race. Celebrate small victories, like understanding a new phrase or holding a short conversation. Each step brings you closer to fluency. Let me know in the comments which mistake you've struggled with the most. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others on their English learning journey. Keep practicing. You're closer to fluency than you think.